missing the Diablo thing. Today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. So I'm gonna watch it for the first time, and we're gonna see what they say. Let's see what they say. How loud is this? It's pretty freaking loud. Hold on. It might not be loud on recording. Okay.
Welcome to the Diablo Spotlight. This year, we'll be hitting an incredible milestone, 30 years of Diablo.
That's crazy, 30 years. 30 years. I can't say that I was I was in the mix for Diablo 1 or 2. I could have been. I was around, but I just didn't play it. During that time, I was more into Nintendo and PlayStation 2 and all that stuff, and even before then. But I picked it up in Diablo 3, the worst. Everybody's hated Diablo, and I loved it. And I played it like on the worst thing you could play, a console, PS4. And the same buddy that I have that plays WoW right now and played Destiny with me jumped in there and helped me out, helped power level me, and got me my first dungeon set and my first wings. He dropped them for me, and from there it was just non-stop. I ended up getting a platinum on the PS4 version of Diablo 3, and I never stopped after that. So for me, out of the 30 years, it's been like 12 years of Diablo.
Over 3 decades, we've experienced 5 different Diablo titles, each its own expression of sanctuary. We've embraced new evolutions in technology and the action RPG genre. Our latest installment, Diablo 4, recently revealed its next chapter, Lord of Hatred. The grand face-off with Mephisto is coming. Prepare for the reckoning, because this is a battle you do not want to miss. Diablo Immortal is also heating up. The First and Last King brought us major updates to the storyline.
I can't wait for the cinematics. I know it's not going to be full-blown like when the game actually dropped and we had all those crazy cutscenes, but it's going to be cool. I want to see that.
The full release of the new Sharval Wilds and new Heliquary bosses. The Immortal team will be joining us today to share more about what's coming up this year. Then there's Diablo 2. This game means so much to me. Diablo 2 Resurrected was the first game that I worked on right here at Blizzard. The original game is what got many of us into the ARPG space and still stands today as the pinnacle experience for those of us who love the genre. If you're here for Resurrected, hold on to your health potions, folks. Topping it all off, this is a BlizzCon year. Today's Spotlight kicks off Diablo's road to BlizzCon 2026, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
Man, I'd love to go to
start this 30th anniversary celebration, we have a very special, very dark surprise.
How can knowledge be evil if it saves a soul? Should a king tell us how to fight? The church, they uphold the light, while holy scripture.
I am a heretic. I break the bones of the damned, build altars of blood to calm
is this?
the darkness.
Is this the new class?
I have walked amongst demons, found strength in shadow, kinship and madness.
This is a mask, I think, that's already in there. I think this I mean, I could be wrong, but this cosmetic looks very similar to something that's already in there.
Damn the light. I will suffer my own path. I will learn the foul ways of a forbidden tongue. To bind them as a tool of my vengeance. Randa's traitor.
I gotta show this to my wife.
Warlock.
Let them hang us for what we've done.
But when darkness comes for us,
Hold on.
it will see hell screaming back.
The sweat. The hair. Look at this. The gloss on the eyes. The eyebrow. That's wild.
But when
They always got good
darkness comes
cinematics.
for us, it will see hell screaming back.
Warlock and Immortal. Oh, and in both. All three. Alright.
I get chills every time I see that, and the team has been all in bringing this to life.
Absolutely. The amount of effort and passion poured into this update has been a true labor of love.
That takes me back to when you and I first started working together on Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Incredible stained glass that they are sitting in. If this was a church that let them do it, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So I hope this is a set.
You and I first started working together on Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I got to see firsthand how deeply you and the team
Or a green
care about
screen
this
of some
game
sort.
and the community.
It's amazing to see how far we've come, and that this community is still here, still active, and still loving the game. With that, we're so excited to announce Reign of the Warlock, a brand new major update for Diablo 2 Resurrected. This is the first time in 25 years that Diablo 2 is receiving a new playable
25
class.
years.
I've seen so many sunrises playing this game, beginning from when I was a teenager. I still haven't put this game down decades later. To bring the Warlock to life in Diablo 2 Resurrected and see it manifest across Diablo 4
Southie.
and Diablo Immortal is a massive dream come true. Being able to provide even more for the Diablo 2 community is very special to us.
Diablo 2 has an incredible legacy, and with Reign of the Warlock, Resurrected is stepping into its next era.
As the 8th class for Diablo 2, the Warlock is disciplined, ominous, and incredibly knowledgeable. For years, the Warlock lingered in the shadows, studying secrets no mortal should know. Now, they abandon theory for practice, bringing their dark craft to the battlefield. When it comes to gameplay, The Warlock dominates demons, binding them to his will and consuming them when it suits him. First, summoning. Warlocks can summon 3 distinct demons: the Goatman, the Tainted, and the Defiler. Each is a different tool in the Warlock's arsenal.
Kind of like a necro.
Summoning is just the beginning. The depth lies in his ability to bind or consume nearly any demon found in the game. Binding a demon
Except
allows
bosses,
the Warlock
probably.
to benefit from the demon's unique abilities. You can only bind one demon at a time, but doing so strengthens both the demon and the Warlock. You can also make the choice
horde, you bind
to consume
immediately.
the demon. Remove the demon from play and literally absorb their essence. This grants the Warlock temporary buffs and traits that can vary between what demon you consume. No matter what demon you draw in, you'll gain increased life and movement speed. Some may grant plus to all skills, some may even grant auras.
And that's just the beginning. Between summoning, binding, and consuming.
That's gonna really be weird in different dungeons and stuff, and I don't know. It's gonna make certain people do certain things, that's for sure.
We're talking hundreds of combinations. And the best part is you can mix and match. Bind a demon for its aura, then absorb another for its resistances, before summoning a third to fight by your side. It's a sandbox of dark magic. Outside of mastering demonology, the Warlock can also be a pure caster who channels chaotic magic, hellfire, and destruction.
Your primaries.
We're thrilled to introduce a bold new way for players to embody the Warlock fantasy, an approach that blends dark mysticism with raw power.
Doc.
In close quarters combat, the Warlock manipulates weapons with his mind, levitating and hexing two-handed weapons with a flick of his wrist.
Like Yondu.
Our Warlock class is a challenge, a puzzle, and a reward, all wrapped up in a brooding scholarly package.
But Reign of the Warlock isn't just about the new class. The team has also been dropping evolutions in gameplay as well as some quality of life updates. Let's start with one of our favorite playgrounds, Terror Zones. In Reign of the Warlock, there's a new way to control the battle. You have the ability to earn consumables and choose which act becomes terrorized. While an act is terrorized, every zone within it becomes supercharged, offering an elevated difficulty and greater rewards. This puts you back in the driver's seat when reaching the highest levels in the game. And the consumables required to activate them are fully tradable with other players.
No.
In Hell difficulty,
No way.
you'll encounter something new. Heralds of Terror. These hunters stalk
really like that
players
set that
like
they're
easy
in.
prey, and each one becomes exponentially more dangerous the next time it finds you in a game. Conquer a terrorized act boss, and you'll have a chance to uncover statues that reference something familiar, but in a new way.
The cow level.
Combine all 5 statues in the Herodric Cube to unlock a brand new pinnacle boss encounter against the Colossal Ancients.
Oh.
Colossal Ancients are a big deal. These battles are tough and designed to push your skills and builds
They're
to the
fast.
next level.
Real
We
fast.
put you in control, letting you choose how and where you want to play, with a truly legendary goal to chase. Colossal Ancients are built as a next evolution of a feature that Diablo 2 players already love. They keep the spirit of the classic experience intact while layering in more control, more challenge, and more reward.
Reign of the Warlock also contains many quality of life features you've been asking for. Let's start with loot filters. These are built directly into the game.
This is what everybody's been asking for Diablo 4. At least from what I've seen. I could sure use this. The amount of times that I just have to go back to town and... But I mean, you get your stuff out of it, but...
No external mods, no third-party tools. You can create your own, share them with friends, or grab community presets like Start a Warlock and plug them right in. It's simple, flexible, and totally community-driven.
Then there's advanced stash tabs.
That's cool
We've
that it's
added more of
community
them,
driven.
and
That's
for the
good.
first time ever, items in your stash can be stacked. No more juggling 99 gems across 4 pages. You'll find dedicated tabs for materials, gems, and runes. It's cleaner, faster, and way less tedious.
Finally, the Chronicle. Players have been tracking their collections in spreadsheets and third-party websites for years.
Yeah.
Now, we've brought that experience in-game. The Chronicle lets you track every item you've ever collected. Uniques, sets, rune words, all in a freshly designed UI that even tells you when and where you found it.
Oh, cool.
Most importantly, you'll unlock rewards you can show off to your friends. We also wanted to honor the way people have played Diablo 2 for decades. Whether you prefer Diablo 2 Classic or want to keep playing Resurrected, you can. Reign of the Warlock lives in the same client, with your existing characters safely separated.
If you want to bring your character forward, you can transfer it. If you got a character in Classic, move it to Resurrected. If you've been grinding in Resurrected, carry it into Reign of the Warlock. You can't go backwards, but you can always go forward on your terms.
Reign of the Warlock wasn't built in a vacuum. Creators like Mr. Llama, Gymnasium, BT, and Kano have been deep in the dungeons with us, playtesting, theory crafting, and giving feedback on everything from class fantasy to stash flow. So
That's really cool that they did that. As you do need to, shoot, my brain is mush today. You need to pull the people. There's a word for it. Can't think of it right now. But yeah. And I saw the, it's crazy because they got that dropped. Midnight's dropping in March, and Diablo 4 DLC is also dropping. They're gonna make. I gotta buy shares. I gotta buy shares.
if you've ever played Diablo 2, no matter when you first journeyed into Sanctuary,
Probably because they're doing so well from the
this is
injection
your
of the
moment.
money from Microsoft.
Come celebrate with us. Reign of the Warlock brings brand new ways to play for everyone, and we can't wait to see more sunrises with this community now and for the years to come. But we've been saving the best for last. Reign of the Warlock will be live today.
Oh, that's why it just dropped out of nowhere. That was cool.
This is all hell could marshal forth. Let us begin. These creatures of darkness shall yield to me, or perish.
Wild. Look how fast they go. Blue filter's cool. And they kept that close. They kept that close to their chest on this.
Dive into Diablo 2 Resurrected right now on Battle.net, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Plus, with your purchase of
They got it on
Reign of the
Switch?
Warlock, unlock some exclusive cosmetics for Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft to show off your dark allegiance across realms. So get in the fight and stop bending demons to your will.
So there you have it. We've kicked off the 30th anniversary with a huge update to Diablo 2 Resurrected. But the celebration doesn't stop there. Starting today, you can enter our Voice the Warlock contest on Instagram. It'll be judged by the Warlock himself, Rahul Kohli. If you want to join, tag @PlayDiablo and add hashtag #VoiceTheWarlock for a chance for you and a friend to win a trip to London for Diablo's Infernal Symphony on June 6th, 2026.
Say what? That sounds like a...
Official Voice the Warlock contest on Instagram. It'll be judged by the Warlock himself, Rahul Kohli. If you want to join, tag @PlayDiablo and add hashtag...
So I'm guessing you have to post something.
To win a trip to London for Diablo's Infernal Symphony on June 6th, 2026. Official contest details are available on our blog. Next up for our 30th anniversary celebration, let's turn our attention to Diablo Immortal, a perfect bridge connecting the legendary tales of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3.
See, with Immortal, man, the thing with mobile games, man, and especially stuff like this, it was aggressive pay to win stuff. I played it. I got my wife into it. We stopped playing it. She's still my friend on battle.net, and you can see that she hasn't logged in for like 2 or 3 years, and it's like it gets to a point where it's like you have these whales, and there's so many stories of people spending tens of thousands of dollars on this.
Into his legendary journey, it's been incredible to see millions of players carve their path through Sanctuary, and somehow the demons still haven't learned their lesson.
Not for lack of trying on our end. You all have been relentless.
And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome.
Diablo Immortal was created to bring that classic Diablo dungeon-delving, loot-chasing magic to the small screen. And for many of us on the development team, it's a love letter to the moment we first stepped into Sanctuary.
I remember my first step vividly. My brother was actually the one who introduced me to the game. He told me it's a really, really fun game, but it might just be a little too scary for 13-year-old me. I spent a couple of months sitting on the sidelines, watching my brother brave the horrors I couldn't face quite yet. Today, I am pleased to say I overcame my fear and fell in love with Sanctuary. And my brother, he now works in finance. I am so proud to be part of the Immortal team, which is why I'm happy to kick off our anniversary celebration by announcing the arrival of our very
You
own
can secure you guys some loans, I don't know.
After the events of Diablo 2, the rediscovery of Vizjerai magic has spread. Our Warlock is even more reckless with this dark power than her predecessors. She's here to save the world, but she's going to do it her way, wielding the tools of hell to push back Sanctuary's demons. In her eyes, anyone who refuses to fight fire with fire is simply naive.
Save the best for last, right?
She's not hiding her powers away.
The big one.
She's daring you to challenge her.
We built the Warlock for our players who love hovering on that very thin line between hero and villain. When it comes to power, the Warlock practices the ancient art of the Vizjerai, magic so dark it was buried beneath Sanctuary long ago. In Immortal, that legacy lives on. She can open portals to hell, summon demonic weapons from the Hellforged, and
So they all got different, like,
command demons.
different
At the heart of
playstyles.
her
That's
arsenal
crazy.
Is the Soul Gorger, a beast powered by devouring other demons and
Sorry, buddy.
absorbing their traits. We've designed a monstrous maw that stretches from its mouth all the way to its stomach. So when it consumes, it's a full body transformation. And her mastery of brutal powers doesn't just stop there. In her main hand, it's a demon head. Not just a scalp, a literal frickin' demon skull. In her offhand, a sacrificial blade. These unique weapons fuel multiple skills, spewing fire, slashing holes in reality, and summoning and chaining demons.
Alongside the Warlock, we're also releasing a dedicated origin quest, a little appetizer that explores her backstory. It's a journey into the shadows and a chance to understand what drives our new class. We'll have more updates as development continues.
Now let's talk about a Warlock-centric location. Loot Golem is back, and grimmer than ever before. We've honored the legacy of Diablo 2 Resurrected by preserving key landmarks, the gates, the central plaza, and the architecture that defined the city for a generation of players. But because this is Diablo, its beauty and history have now been desecrated by a demonic occupation. We've also expanded and players. But because this is
Saw that down there? Of course they're gonna save the big guy for last.
Diablo, its beauty and history have now been desecrated by a demonic occupation. We've also expanded and split the city into two districts, the Common Ward and the High Ward. The Common Ward is chaos incarnate. Graffiti of blood, hanging bodies, and corruption seeping through the sewers. It's a bustling town where you meet a motley crew of artisans. Elzix, Farah, Drognin, Meshith, Atma, and many others.
By contrast, the High Ward is eerie in its elegance. The buildings are refined, but darkness has soaked into their stone. To move Loot Golane's architecture forward in time, we took inspiration from real-world Moroccan cities, with vibrant patterns and rich textures in every corner. They create a stark contrast with the layers of violence and decay that define everything in Sanctuary. And beneath Loot Golane, in its dungeons, you'll find carvings of Vizjurai runes, remnants of the ancient summoners who practiced their dangerous arts here in secret.
The Warlock story is lit.
I'll tell you something. I didn't catch his name at the beginning, but my man on the right is really into this. He is extremely into this, and I am all for it. And my man on the left, funniest story.
Literally carved into the undercity of Loot Golane. The more you explore, the more you'll uncover the truth about a dangerous power that's only as good as its wielder. A legacy of mastering dark forces,
Sorry, it's late.
and sometimes
I'm yawning a lot.
being mastered by them.
Yesterday I
We're
couldn't. I had to
nearly
stop
ready
the
to put
stream
the
and delete
Warlock
that
into
one and
your
restart it.
hands. The class is scheduled to arrive this June. In addition to the Warlock, we've got other world-shaping stories coming to Immortal this year, and they begin with our next big bad. We're witnessing the triumphant return
Big
of
back?
the Maiden of Anguish, the Demon Queen Andariel. In Immortal's
Andariel's in
story,
there, huh?
Andariel is 10 steps ahead of us. She's conquered Loot Golane and sent her barges sweeping across Sanctuary, abducting people to drink in the anguish of an entire world. For what purpose? You'll have to play to find out. With Andariel, we're emphasizing the horror of fighting a being that wants you to drown in your own torment. Not just the scary things you see, but the ones you feel in your gut. Everywhere that Andariel touches becomes claustrophobic and harrowing.
To make Andariel's anguish-inducing design instantly recognizable, we've refreshed her classic look.
You give her a troll.
Equal parts
A troll
evil
haircut.
and sadistic. And she
I'm gonna say no to that
how
haircut.
things ended for her the last time she walked Sanctuary. Now, she's driven by nothing less than a desire for dark
As a Blizzard
godhood.
or Diablo fanboy, I'm gonna say no to that damn
With a new
haircut,
approach
man.
to the
That
eternal
is really bad.
conflict.
Our story in Immortal's 4th year.
Hold on. That is ridiculous. She looks like a troll. Like the trolls would. You might as well put a little jewel in her belly.
Domineering, equal parts regal, and sadistic. And she hasn't forgotten how things ended for her the last time she walked Sanctuary. Now, she's driven by nothing less than a desire for dark godhood, to stand supreme among her brothers with a new approach to the eternal conflict.
Our story in Immortal's 4th year sends familiar places and people into an era
4
unlike
years, yeah.
any
That makes sense.
Sanctuary has yet seen.
We've got a packed year ahead, and our roadmap deepens the world of Diablo.
Alright, let's look at this. So from last month till next month, taking new quest, battleground overhaul, new subzone, PvP, Lunar Year, Valentine's Day. So they got something coming up or going on right now. I haven't played in a long time. Immortal. April, June, Bloody Jewel. Okay. So the Warlock pops off in April or towards the end. They said June. Crossover event, 4th anniversary. May to December, new subzone, new quest. New. It looks like this thing says BZ or P7, so maybe they're putting in nonsense in here. Try to throw you off, because why would they do this? And you could just figure it out really quick, because this looks like a new tech Sri. And the only thing I can think of that ends in a Y is Heliquary. So they took like the end of this and they took the middle of quest or something and they put it in here, and this looks like ruin, but then they put a BZ or a P7 or something here. You think you're slick, right? And then here, end of the year. Alright.
Immortal even further, beyond the Warlock and the
Nation
expansion of
in
Loot Gold.
Agony.
We'll be rolling out a new subzone each quarter, complete with wanted monsters and bounties. We're also adding a new battleground event and continuing to improve the system, drawing upon your feedback. We'll be making updates to classic zone events, summoning new Heliquary bosses, adding new ambient quests, and improving the PD timer.
Dates
for
and
legendary
content
drops.
subject to
And
change
we'll
here
share
down at the
more
bottom.
as we get closer.
In case they get backed
We
up,
want
I guess.
story and gameplay to move together, with each update pushing our boundaries and making Sanctuary feel more alive.
To celebrate today's spotlight, we've got a promo code available for all players. And whether you've been with us for a while or jumping in for the first time, join us on our Discord and be part of the conversation. This 4th year story in Diablo Immortal is a tentpole moment, scattered with heroes, villains, big piles of corpses, and let's be honest, even bigger piles of loot.
You know, much like Emil, playing Diablo at 13 haunted me. In a good way. It woke me up to the Gothic style that I still love so much today. It was fast-paced.
And let me tell you something. Gothic style. And you might hate me for this. Is all attributed to that back there. Right behind me. That cross. The only reason that Gothic style exists is for a certain person.
Transgressive, and it had the best character progression of anything I've ever played. Diablo was a revolution in the way I thought about RPGs. The beauty of Sanctuary is that it's hope tangled with terror at every turn. As designers, we're hungry to answer the big questions about this world. What kind of earth-shattering events lead to the era Deckard Cain called the end of days?
Oh, Deckard
And what
Cain.
scars
Love
run
Deckard Cain.
so deep that people would rather barricade their doors than risk the world outside.
What demonic plots reshape Sanctuary and set up the age of Diablo 3?
He's so
What
into it. I love the way
ushers
he
in
talks.
The time of the Nephilim. We've barely scratched the surface.
Like, make him the
and
spokesperson.
There's so much more on the horizon for Diablo Immortal, thanks to you.
He has a little
We
cardigan.
want to
He's
give a
just like,
massive
some
thank you
button
to
this thing
all
up. I don't
players
care what you
for
think
sticking
about me.
with us and helping make Sanctuary what it is today. We're so happy that you're part of Diablo's 30-year legacy.
Now let's turn our gaze toward Diablo 4. We're about to introduce the second new class in Lord of Hatred, dig into brand new features, and talk about big updates coming to endgame and core systems. Let's get into it.
Move the camera a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into what?
Make
Hold on.
Sanctuary what it is.
I was
today.
thrown off.
We're so happy that you're part of Diablo's 30-year legacy.
Now let's turn our gaze toward Diablo 4. We're about to introduce the second new class in Lord of Hatred, dig into brand new features, and talk
It's
about
Warlock,
big
obviously,
updates
right?
coming to endgame and core systems. Let's get into it.
Shit. Here it is, baby. Here's the big dude.
Diablo 4 has come a long way since launch. It's been amazing to see this game grow into something bigger, sharper, and more ambitious than ever. And honestly, Zavin, one of my favorite things is to see players push every system we build to its limits.
Yeah, our players don't sit on the sidelines. In fact, I'm sure they're all over the comment section right now, and we love it. It helps us understand not just what's working, but where we can evolve.
This expansion builds on everything we've learned so far. Class balance,
Diablo 2 is cool. Goated. Legendary. Immortal. Not so much, but like they're doing a good thing, you know, doing a bunch of cool stuff. This guy comes out like a rock star for the main sequence game. The one that pushes the envelope in a freaking leather jacket. This guy looks like he rides a Harley into work and tells everybody, go get me a coffee. I'm gonna go and make some magic. I love it.
endgame, core systems. This is our
What's his
chance
name?
to take
Hold
all
on.
of those core.
What is he? Let's go back.
It's been amazing to see this game grow into something
Zavin?
bigger,
Zavin?
sharper, and more
Associate Game
ambitious
Director.
than ever. And honestly, Zavin, one of my favorite
Zavin.
things is to
Not just what's
Dude's a
working,
stud.
but where we can evolve.
Dude's a straight stud.
this expansion builds on everything we've learned so far. Class balance, endgame, core systems. This is our chance to take all of those core pillars and push them even further. So today, we'll be diving into new features, a new region, and a new endgame. But first, let's take a look at a new class, the Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a mystery, right? It was Warlock across all three games. I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta go to the restroom, so I'm gonna put on the starting soon streaming thing. Give me a second. come up here. Got the star of the show. There she is. Topical girl. That's the good girl. That's the good girl. Put you on my left. Okay, hang out here. Let's finish this. Let's complete this. 52. Okay.
Across the Diablo universe, we will get to watch the Warlock evolve. In Diablo 2 Resurrected, they hone their earliest arcane powers. Then in Diablo Immortal, their journey takes a rebellious turn, embracing darker forces and forging their own path. Now, in Diablo 4, the Warlock stands at the height of their strength, fully unleashed and ready to shape the fate of Sanctuary. This class is all about turning the wrath of hell against itself, with metal chains, flames, and utter destruction. The Diablo 4 Warlock is like a heavy metal album cover come to life.
No
fighting
way.
Fire with fire. We have so much more to share about our Warlock, enough that we're dedicating a full developer update to Warlock on March 5th.
Oh,
That's
cool.
where we'll go deep on the class, their lore, gameplay, and more. For now, let's talk about how the Warlock and our other new class, the Paladin, are central to the themes of Lord of Hatred.
Many
Light
of
and
you
dark.
have already been playing as the Paladin, experiencing their holy might firsthand. With the Paladin representing light and purity, Warlocks are their darker counterpart.
Yeah.
Anti-heroes harnessing the power of hell. This duality is central to the theme of Lord of Hatred. It's the eternal conflict between angels and demons, with humanity stuck in the center.
As you play through the campaign, prepare to be drawn into a tale where Mephisto's shadow looms even larger. It's an unfolding saga of hatred, treachery, and the search for salvation, building towards a reckoning that will leave a lasting mark on Sanctuary. The campaign unfolds in Lord of Hatred's new zone, Skavos.
I can't wait to see that.
Skavos
Man.
is a dangerous land.
There's a crazy it's like these really high cliffs, but very Italian, and it's so white and pretty.
Visually inspired by
I can't wait to
ancient
see this shit.
Mediterranean landscapes. You'll explore rugged coastlines,
Mediterranean,
mountainous
yeah.
highlands, ancient temples, and more monster variety than ever.
Oh, cool.
Skavos is the birthplace of humanity, where Lilith and Inarius began it all. You'll see the Blessed Mother and the Heavenly Father carved into the marble structures of Themis, the capital city.
Themis is the bustling epicenter of Skavos. Marble walls, eerie elegance, vibrant patterns, and rich textures all blend to create a hauntingly beautiful landscape. There's a town square
It's so
teeming
beautiful.
with whispers of the firstborn. You'll uncover secrets of the Ascari, the primeval, and the ancient wars that shaped the world.
It's already my favorite area
It's a
because of the way
place
it
where
looks.
Every corner
I
tells
love
a
the
story.
brightness of it.
Plus, we built Themis to be the ideal endgame city, crafted to streamline your access to everything you want once the campaign is concluded.
While we keep the story under wraps for now, let's talk about Endgame in Lord of Hatred and one of its major new features, War Plans. War Plans give you
War
more
plans.
control and depth in how you experience the endgame. You create a playlist of up to 5 activities, drawing from endgame modes: the Pit, Infernal Hordes, Hell Tides, Nightmare Dungeons, Lair Bosses, and the Undercity.
Well, when you
Pick what
complete it, you
want,
get a special
pick your
reward, right?
rewards,
Like a
and jump in.
okay.
As you complete activities through war plans, you'll earn progression towards a unique skill tree for each of these activities.
At least with when they talked in the beginning with Diablo 2, not so much with Immortal, because Immortal it's really hard to do that on mobile, but with 2 and 4, they're talking a lot about the player having control. It's almost like they're offsetting liability. Like, well, we gave you all the control, so now it's like, if you're not enjoying it, that's on you because we gave you all the control. I hope that's not the case, but as a government employee, I really that just hit me right now with some PTSD kind of, like you're accountable, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna follow the rules, but okay, then why'd you do that? Because you told me to. Oh well, you should have let us know, and it's a trauma response, I guess. I don't know.
Activities. These trees let you customize and modify how each activity plays. You can change the rewards, tweak the monster spawns, even
But then
bring
again, you're never
features
happy,
from
right?
one activity into another.
One of the best parts
That's
is how
freaking
Warplans
cool.
makes the endgame more accessible. If you're a new player or returning after a break, you can just pick your playlist and start playing, learning the systems as you go. But for veterans, there's a ton of meta progression and build diversity to explore.
Word.
Warplans are really about letting you shape your own endgame experience. You decide what you want to focus on, what you want to avoid, and how you want to play.
And for those of you seeking an adrenaline rush, we're also introducing a hyper rare.
I guess, but like really what it boils down to is maxing out and squeezing out that player, that tune that you have, and building out one of these things doesn't make any sense when we're already doing that. We're already squeezing out this player as much as we can, and now we have to do an extra step to map it out. We were already going to do XYZ unless it drops. Basically, they're going to gatekeep like a mythic behind it, so you have to do it. You're like, okay, before I could craft it or before it could drop in something, but now I have to do this activity to be able to get it. That's all I could think
Event
of.
called Echoing Hatred. If you're lucky enough to find a very rare Trace of Echoes golden ticket in a loot drop, you'll gain access to the Echoing Hatred event. There, you'll face infinite waves of enemies and escalating difficulty. Each run feels different, with randomized monsters that force you to adapt your build and tactics on the fly. The deeper you go, the more intense the encounters become. Each wave will
Blood
test your
Bishop.
mastery of the mechanics and resource management to the point where we might even throw multiple bosses at you at the same time. The longer you last, the better the loot. And how long you last is completely up to your skill.
I know the
No
entire
ancestrals?
team is excited for Warplans and Echoing Hatred, but this might be a good time to talk about the why.
After the campaign wraps up, that's when the real journey begins for a lot of our players.
Yep.
Endgame isn't just a bonus. It's what keeps you coming back to Sanctuary.
And it's more than just adding new events. We want these features to feel meaningful. Quality of life changes, like making activities more approachable or letting you customize how you play, make a huge difference.
There's nothing worse than feeling lost after the credits roll. With features like war plans and rare events like Echoing Hatred, you get new goals and reasons to experiment even after returning from a break.
It's all about giving you control and variety. Endgame
That's
should
the
be
main-
as interesting and rewarding as
That's the main theme. It's all about this control thing, and that's where I keep on going back, like offsetting the liability, maybe.
the story. That's why
I
we're
don't know.
so focused on quality of life improvements and fresh features for everyone. Now, let's talk.
That's the cool thing, fresh features, because this livens it up. It spices it up. It definitely does. I will say it makes it interesting, changing things up. Look at this. You're so smug. I mean, both of you are handsome gentlemen. But you guys better deliver. It's a rough crowd out there. I know that, and I'm one of the. I'm very forgiving and loving, and I take everything. There's gonna be a lot of people that I hope it works out.
Systems
That's all I'm
updates,
saying.
which also feed into this philosophy. These updates will completely refresh how you build your power your way. Let's start with skill trees. We've seen the joke that they're more like skill twigs. That ends here. With the release of Lord of Hatred,
Oh, that's
every
cool.
player will reap the benefits of a completely overhauled, massively expanded skill tree system. The changes are built to give you more customization than ever before, right from the moment you start playing. No more waiting for random item drops or late game progression to really flesh out your build. Now you'll have meaningful choices and options in your skill tree from the moment you choose
I mean,
your
let's
first
be
skills.
honest.
We're adding new custom.
Let's be honest. Like, for us players who play like higher Paragon stuff and endgame stuff and push tournament levels. It the skill tree is only relevant in like the first 24 to 48 hours, and then once you get past that, the only time you go back to the skill tree is if you're like completely changing your build. Because really after that, it's like padding on your Paragon and the affixes and stuff like that on your gear. So this is cool. What is this? Hammer of the Ancients quakes outward and deals. Wow, that's a lot of damage, dude. Violent Hammer of the Ancients. Okay. I don't know. Maybe the skill tree will have a little bit more say in this upcoming season.
Customization options to every single skill across the entire tree. It isn't just a small tweak. It's a major disruption to the current class system. Our goal is to make theory crafting go much, much further with more complexity than ever before.
Okay.
For instance, take the Sorcerer's iconic Hydra skill. Previously, you could only boost its burning
This is my
damage
build.
or ramp up its
my
critical strike
class.
potential. With the revamped skill tree, you can fine-tune Hydra to your unique playstyle. Want your Hydras to attack faster or last longer? You can choose to have their attacks trigger explosions or continually burn everything in close proximity.
Okay, but are you going to give us more skill tree points? Because I see 12 there, and that means I need to get 12 points just to unlock that, and then probably another point to get that the speed. So that's 13 points. Are you still going to give us the same 70 something or 60, whatever it is, the max level? Or are you going to, like now every single level is going to give us 2 or something like that? I don't know.
You can even completely transform the skill, turning your Hydras into Frost Hydras.
Cool.
To unlock new combos with all your other Frost abilities.
Frost with Chain Lightning.
The new options let you experiment with every possibility as you refine the build that's most fun for you.
And we're not leaving any class behind. Alongside the Paladin and the Warlock, every class will be getting these updates, and they will be available to all players, regardless of Lord of Hatred ownership. Each class will get more than 40 rework choices and over 80 additional options.
It's a global
Lord of Hatred
thing.
owners
It's
are
not
gonna
a
get even
DLC
more, with over 20
specific,
additional
which makes sense.
transformative skill choices.
On top of the skill tree overhaul, we're adding a brand new itemization system, the Talisman. And with it comes the return of
What's that?
charms and sets. Here's
Charms
how
and
it works.
sets.
Once
We got
you get
sets?
your Talisman, charms will begin dropping in the game. For a charm to be active, it must be placed inside your Talisman. Charms can be of any rarity, but the set charms have the greatest potential. Equipping multiple charms from the same set will unlock additional set bonuses. With the Talisman, charms, and sets, you can customize and fine-tune your characters like never before with the powers of the greatest Herodrum.
And speaking of Herodrum, Lord of Hatred
I wonder if this is a permanent thing or this is just a season thing.
comes with the Herodric Cube, a legendary tool for a legendary way to craft.
The cube.
You'll combine rare materials, unlock additional properties, and forge items that fit your playstyle. The Herodric Cube is the beginning of your chase for late-game greatness, opening up new opportunities to shape your journey and pursue those ultimate rewards. It's a heartfelt callback to the cube in Diablo 2, now reimagined for Diablo 4's itemization. Next, loot filters. They've finally arrived. You've been asking for this since day one, and we've heard you. Whether you're chasing uniques or filtering out junk, loot filters give you the right amount of control over your journey. While we're so excited to finally be adding loot filters to the game, we are going to
And I'll be toggling this on and off because you do need the low level stuff, especially a lot of legendaries and stuff like that, just to be able to get the resources when you destroy them or turn them in. Unless they automatically turn into like what you grab. Let's say you got 20 items and like only one is a unique and one is an ancestral and the other 18 items are just random legendaries. And if you have this just for those things, you pick up those 2 items and the other ones automatically turn into the resources that you were going to turn them into anyways, that's dope. If not, then you might as well just leave the loot filter off, collect everything, and then turn it in, you know?
Continue to listen to your feedback and stay committed to refining loot filters over time to make sure that it works for you.
Because if you
This
don't
is
get credit
shaping
for
up
that stuff
to be
and get
quite
like
a
the
year for
resources,
Diablo
and
4. Perfect timing for Diablo's 30th anniversary. I've been playing Diablo for as long as I've been gaming on PCs, starting with a burned copy of Diablo handed to me by a friend at school. Discovering the game's randomized content blew my
now I
mind,
work here
and
with a
soon I was
pirated
playing
copy,
Diablo 2
a
online at PC
pirated
cafes,
copy that I
eventually
started
diving
with.
into modding and joining Blizzard. I've been a proud
Awesome.
servant of hell ever since. We hope this year's expansion and all its new features spark that same.
See, if I were to ever get a job at Blizzard or work with Diablo, like that servant of hell, I would say I'm a servant of the light. Because at the end of the day, you know, you gotta go with that. But I'm here for it all. The whole point is that this is an epic battle. That's rough. Servant of hell.
Sense of discovery and excitement you felt when you first stepped into Sanctuary. Whether you're exploring Skobos or reaching your greatest potential within your class fantasy, or simply celebrating another milestone with the Diablo community, we're grateful to have you with us. Thank you for being a part of this adventure.
Thank you for making it, man. You guys do a great job.
When darkness comes for us.
At the end of the day, a lot of people talk shit about Blizzard and they talk shit about, you know, Diablo, and it's a good game at the end of the day, man. They do a good job.
It will see hell screaming back.
It is so cool to see the Warlock class rise across the Diablo universe.
Shit, they're all together.
From the scholarly manipulator
The Avengers.
to the punk rock demon commander to the metal powerhouse. This tells a story that spans generations, illuminating the legacy of the Vajari and the strength of those bold enough to wield its forbidden power. You can dive into the origins of the Diablo Warlock and so much more right now in Reign of the Warlock, live today in Diablo 2 Resurrected. We love bringing Sanctuary to life, and we're grateful that you could join us to help us kick off Diablo's 30th anniversary. On behalf of everyone here today and the Diablo team across the globe, thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Wait, are we clear? Are we good?
All right.
Oh my God, they're gonna freak out at BlizzCon when we announce it.
Oh shit, that's too much. Saturday, 4/28 and June. That's really cool. I'm going to kill the stream for now. If I do end up playing tonight, because it's already 10:34, it will be episode 9. I don't know, but I'm gonna kind of go and fanboy real quick, with my dog, my good girl, and with my wife for a second. So yeah, so I'm gonna cut it right now. If I do, it'll be episode 9. It will be just a quick run through, messing around with the sorcerer again, trying to keep on pushing for T4. So yeah, I'm cutting it now. If I don't pull another one, then maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But all right, there we go. Stopping the stream. Not good night, maybe good night. I don't know.